Welcome back. Tonight we are stepping into a school auditorium where one ordinary talent show turns wrong in front of everyone. Today's story is about the Elkwood Elementary talent show, a nervous little girl, and the family secret she revealed on stage. The strange part was not what Haley could do. It was how calmly her father reacted when people started screaming. Mrs. Everett stood under the stage lights with a microphone in her hand. She looked out at rows of parents and grandparents and announced Haley Mitchell as the next act. Nothing about the moment seemed dangerous yet. Just another small performance in a familiar school auditorium. Haley walked in from the right side of the stage, wearing her pink dress while her brown pigtails bounced with each step. The audience clapped the way adults clap for children, gentle and automatic because everyone expected something sweet, awkward, and harmless. Mrs. Everett lowered the microphone and asked Haley what her talent was. Haley hesitated, then said she could do something neat with her body. It sounded like something a child would say before a silly trick, so Mrs. Everett stayed encouraging and let the moment continue. When Mrs. Everett asked whether her parents knew the talent, Haley answered without words. She shook her head in a big exaggerated no. The principal turned that into a cheerful announcement, telling Mr. and Mrs. Mitchell to get ready for the surprise their daughter had brought. Haley walked farther toward the front edge of the stage. She looked nervous, then glanced back at Mrs. Everett for permission. After the principal gave her an encouraging thumbs up, Haley breathed in, let out a small relaxing sigh, and slowly turned her head left. At first it seemed like she was only stretching to face one side of the auditorium. Then her chin reached her shoulder, past it, and kept moving. The first claps died under loud pops and cracks from her neck, and Mrs. Everett finally understood something was wrong. If this talent show already feels wrong, stay until the end, because the last line makes the whole family worse. Haley kept turning until her head was completely backward. Mrs. Everett moved fast now, no longer acting like a host but like an adult trying to stop a child from hurting herself. The stage lights made Haley look small, still, and impossible. Then someone screamed from the audience. The sound was not for Haley anymore. Mrs. Everett glanced toward the seats and saw a woman frozen in place, her mouth open in horror, staring at the man in front of her instead of the girl on stage. Mr. Mitchell was sitting there with his own head turned completely backward. He was not screaming. He was not begging anyone to help. He simply looked toward the woman behind him and calmly told her to stop interrupting his daughter. Parents and grandparents shoved through the rows, trying to get out of the auditorium. The school event that had been full of clapping and polite smiles became a crush of chairs, frightened voices, and scattered people praying for what they had just seen to make sense. Mrs. Everett put her hand on Haley's shoulder. The little girl was still facing the wrong direction, looking up at the principal from an angle that should not have existed. Haley did not sound hurt. She sounded disappointed that the performance had been interrupted. In a sweet voice, Haley said she was not done yet. She still needed to do what her mommy could do. That was where the room's panic became something colder, because no one in that auditorium had seen the mother's talent yet. What makes this story work is how normal everyone is until the impossible becomes a family habit. The father does not panic. He corrects the room, like this has happened before. What do you think Haley's mother was able to do?